Hey troops, Roxee here and welcome to Roxee Plays Games and welcome back to another episode of F1 Manager 2022. Right, you're probably looking at the screen and going, what the heck's happened here? Last episode that you seen was obviously we had Vettel and Stroll and Lance Stroll. Between last episode and this episode, I traded both of those guys in and got Oscar and Jack because they're young, upcoming, lots of potential drivers. Whereas, well, Sebastian's getting on a little bit. He's not got long left in him, and his room for improvement is very slim. And Stroll, yeah, less said about that, the better. So I've gone for these two guys. I mean, at the moment, they're not great, but obviously, like I said, they've got lots and lots of room for improvement. The car's got lots of room for improvement as well. Now, here's something that confused me a little bit, and in my next episode, I was very confused, and you may be confused, and you're probably getting confused now with trying to work out what I'm talking about. I mentioned in the last episode, that the game, because it's obviously 2022, and in real life it's 2023, the races aren't always matching in the same order. As an example, Bahrain was the same, Saudi Arabia was the same, Australia was the same. In real life, it then went Azerbaijan, USA, Italy, Monaco. In game, it's gone Italy, USA, Spain, Monaco. So they're very much out of order. And then Azerbaijan is after Monaco in game, whereas obviously Azerbaijan has already happened. So what I've had to do is record Italy, and that will be uploaded when the Italy race happens on the weekend of the 19th of May. Obviously, USA is this weekend. It's happening both in game and real life at the same time. So we're on track now. Italy I've already recorded, but that will get uploaded. But then in game it goes Spain, Monaco, Azerbaijan, Canada. In real life it goes Italy, which we've recorded, Monaco, which is the same, Spain, which would have happened in game, and then Canada. Very confusing, I know. I'm going to try my best to upload the real race, the game race, when the real race is happening, but it might not happen every weekend. Anyway, how are we doing? Not great. We are currently 9th in the championship. The last race we had Oscar finished 17th and Jack finished 20th, but overall he's currently 22nd because obviously it's still showing Lance and Sebastian on here, even though they're no longer racing with us. We've had a upgrade to our car, which happened back to front, but happened when we was at Italy. So we now have, where are we? We have the S3 on both cars now. I had to do a gearbox change as well on both of the cars because they was down to 49%. I'm not sure obviously when the best time is to change them. That one was on 40%, but yeah, I've changed both of the gearboxes. I don't know if I need to do any other changes. ERS, what are the ERSs on? 70% and 69%, so they're pretty much identical. Engine, 55 and 54. So we've got at least one race, if not two races left in the engine, and all the rest is on its way. Current projects we've got on the go at the moment, we've got the underfloor, which has got 26 days left, and then we've got researching the next suspension, which has got 33 days left. So there we go. Actually, can I Can I put more people on that? Yes, I can. Confirm. Continue. There we go. 26 and 26. Fantastic. They both finish at the same time. Right. Let's get on with this weekend, shall we? Let's get on with this weekend. So I'm recording this currently on Friday. Obviously, that's when the race weekend starts, but I'm working Saturday and Sunday, unfortunately, so I'm not going to be able to record Saturday and Sunday. I wanted to record Sunday morning, but it's not going to happen. So there we go. I wonder how Aston Martin will actually do in real life. Now, obviously, we're a year behind, so maybe next season we will be a lot better. And obviously, when does that come out? Sorry, 1 second. 1 second. F1 Manager 2023 release date. Oh, around the 25th of August it's coming out. Okay, cool. I'll be getting that when it comes out because I'm actually really liking this. It's making my brain work. Obviously, we're starting off with a pretty pants team, so to speak. So okay, chassis. Right, manufacture a new part. I'm going to manufacture two new sachets. Sachets. Yeah. Why can't my words speak today? Right, I'm going to manufacture two of them. And then I'm going to continue. Practice sessions. Right. Nothing more. Inbox. Yeah, board confidence. Ah, excellent. Okay. And I don't need to do any manufacturing at the moment. Right. Race preview. Race prep. Go to race prep. I'm not going to do anything with these. I'm leaving it as it is because the likelihood of us getting to Q2 is very slim. Guaranteed finish position. Finish position 15th. We're not going to get the fastest lap. And we're not likely to qualify for streaks. To the race weekend.
We're in the state of year-round summer. It's the Miami Grand Prix, and we're here in Florida at the Miami International Autodrome. The streets of Miami Gardens will come alive with the roar of racing, and the excitement is only just beginning. Spectacle is the name of the game here in Miami, with a stadium at the heart of this track. With long straights and S-bends, not unlike Suzuka's Sector 1, proper ERS management is sure to give drivers an edge towards victory. At this early stage in the season, there are still plenty of opportunities for things to change. In this sport, there simply are no guarantees. So, without further ado, let's get started.
I can guarantee you one thing, we're not going to win the race. I can guarantee that, unless every other driver crashes and we're the only team left, we won't win. But I would like to finish, so I said in the next episode, which I've already done, confusing again, that my goal for this season is to get into the top 15, and then next season get into the top 10. But it's all going to be down to developing the drivers and developing the car. Right, so let's first of all do my usual. We're going to go for an 8. And we're going to put it down to 30 laps. Whoa, 30 please. How many laps am I going to get out of the hards? It says 46, 33 for the mediums, and 22 for the softs. Okay, so that's Oscar done. Let's do Jackie Jack. Oh, I need to actually change him to Nico. Change you to Nico. So that kept it on the same. Yes. So it's a bit of a pain because to develop your reserve driver, you have to sacrifice one of the other drivers. I'm going to focus on Oscar, getting him up. And when I remember, because I forgot to do it in the next episode, when I remember, I will get Nico doing practice 1. Right. Ready, let's go. And as always, I'm going to manage. You can simulate. You're not going to get the best results or the best turnaround simulating, but obviously if you're stuck for time, then that's the way ahead. And you can simulate all the way to qualifying as well.
Ready, check.
Right, let's send Hulkenberg out first.
It is green now.
I think I've said this before. I really like the graphics in this game. It's a simulator, a management simulator, but it almost looks like, when you're watching replays and stuff, it almost looks like the normal F1 game. And sometimes as well, the camera and what they've done with the camera, and sometimes it's like hazy or a little bit blurred, makes it look like real life. Very, very impressed. Right, for this episode, we're going to watch the first lap. We're then going to fast forward until a 5 out of 5. Bring them in, do any tweaks that we need to do, send them back out, watch a lap, 5 out of 5, and that's kind of the process that I'm going to go. Unless something drastic happens and we want to watch a replay, otherwise we'll just do this. Because watching 3 hours of at this speed, and then however long it takes to do the qualifying, and then the race, it's impractical really, and no one's going to sit there and watch that length of time. So I'm interested in keeping my eyes on laps. And where are we on the track? So there's the finish line. It's just coming up to this corner here. And we've got a kink to the right, flat out, and then cross over the start finish line. Okay then, right, let's speed up time, and to save time on the video, I'm going to pause the recording and I will bring you back once we're nearly at 5 out of 5. Right, we're on 4 out of 5. They need to do around about 12, 13 laps or so to get the 5 out of 5. And they're both on 5 out of 5, so let's bring them in. Call in, confirm. I have made a slight change in the settings as well. Because it used to annoy me when every single time there was a notification, it would pause the time from 16 down to 1. It just got a little bit frustrating, so I've turned that off. Downside of that is, like there where they're on 5 out of 5, normally it'll come down to 1 time speed and you'd have time to react, so I need to be more alert. I can't go out in the kitchen and come back, because otherwise the race will be finished, or the practice or whatever will be finished. So I just need to be a little bit more alert with that, but that's totally fine. I can do that. And they're coming round this final lap to come in. And how are we looking on the times? 13th and 13th and 13th, 18th and 20th. We are on hard tyres, so I'm not expecting to be at the top of the table, of course. But this is all about sorting out our drivers' confidence and stuff. They're coming in now. Excellente. Right, let's reconfigure. We'll start off with Oscar. Engineers haven't done any changes, and we're on greats and a good. So, work my math out. Well, I don't actually need to work any math out, because I've got a calculator to do it all for me. That's going to go to 7, 13, 40. Right, we're going to stay on the hards. They're on 71%. Cancel and then confirm. And then let's do the same with Hulkenberg. Nothing has changed by the engineers. And we have got a great good, great, good, and great. And we'll confirm. And let's send them back out as soon as we can. Why are you taking so long? Did we? Ah, I didn't change this, did I? Donut. Nine, 13, 2.8, 3, 4, 55. So slightly different from the other one. Confirm. Right, what a donut. All it did was nothing. Right, let's speed time back up. And hopefully I've got enough time. We're on 100% on the car part knowledge. It's just a track acclimatization now. Send you out. Send you out. Cool, right, just need to do another 13 laps or so. This is how many points. I think the maximum points that they can have is 500. Right, let's speed up time. Let's pause the recording and I'll be back in a second. Okay, we're on 4 out of 5 for both of the guys. Shouldn't be too long until we are on 5 out of 5. We've done another 13 laps. So yeah, it should be this lap or the next lap. So that'll be on 5 out of 5. So let's just go a little bit quicker. You can go up to 2 times watching the cars in this format. If you go any faster, then it goes on to the track overview like this. So we might as well go 16. Get that 4 out of 5. 5 out of 5 even. Cool. Right, I'm just going to leave them out because there's no point in bringing them in because you're going to waste us 8 minutes. And we want to get as much time on track as we can, get these numbers up. However, Hulkenberg can obviously come in because he's done. He's got the maximum that he can do. We just need to get the car sorted out for him. So I'm going to leave Oscar out. And we will bring Nico in right now. Confirm. And where are you? You're all the way back there. Let's speed up a little bit. Go back now. See the thingy there? Yeah, and in he goes. Right, let's reconfigure. And obviously whatever settings are left on this is what Jack will start off with. And we've actually made it worse. So we got good. We've got bad. I haven't seen a bad for a long time. We've got optimal. We've got good, and then we have got great. Let's find setup. Right, drastic changes going on here. Cool. We're going to change the tyres. Confirm. He's not going to be going back out, and that is totally fine. Oscar, I'm going to put you on conserve your tyres.
Go back off.
Okay. And let's fast forward to the end of time. It's going to take this amount of time just to do the changes to the car. Seems to take about 6-7 minutes to do. Or thereabouts, 5-6 minutes maybe. And we're in. Right, first things first, how are we looking? 18th and 20th. Bear in mind we're on hard tyres, but the time difference is bloody dreadful. 3.3, 3.8. Okay, okay. Right, let's continue. So he's got maximum amount of points there. Setup confidence was obviously not great, so that's fine. Because we're going to be changing over to young Jack. Right, we're now going to jump onto the mediums. Oscar, my man. 713, 3.7, 3.5, and 4. Right, so we've got great, great. We've got optimal. We've got a good, and then we've got an optimal. And let's find setup. Little tweaks going on. Right, little tweaks there. It should be 35. Yep, and we're going to put this to 20 laps. That's you all sorted out. Now, Jack, sorry. Same again, you're going to go on mediums. And you're going to be doing 20 laps. You'll come in before then. But what I need to do is I need to put these on what the car setting is currently on. Or what it was on with Nico. Okay, I think that's us already. Let's go out. We'll be sending Jack out first, because he needs to get as much time out there as possible.
Radio check. Radio check.
Radio check.
It's green now.
Okay, so we'll watch the first lap. We'll fast forward. I won't bring you back halfway through. I'll bring you back at the end of this practice. Just to kind of show you where we're at, and then we'll jump into practice 3 after that. I really do love this game. I love F1 anyway. I'm playing the normal F1 game, which I have played. I'm not great at it, unfortunately, and I just don't have the time to put the hours in to be good at it. Whereas this is something, it's knowledge based rather than skill based, and that's something that you can pick up pretty quick. And obviously you've got tutorials and tools that can help you do that easier, whereas actually driving, it's all down to you. And if you're pants at, you know, F1 driving, you're going to be pants at F1 driving. There's no change in that. Right, let's fast forward, and I will see you at the end of Q2. Right, we're at the end of P2. Let's just fast forward time. Both of the guys are in. Oscar's car setup is almost 100%. Not quite, but almost 100%. We're on 98%. Can't really improve on that. Jack's went worse, so I need to focus on him in P3. But I can't really get him any better other than track acclimatization. Now, here's... Sorry, I got hiccups. Here's the thing, right? You almost need all 3 practices to get this up to 100%. I'm not 100% sure, and I'll focus on looking whether qualifying will improve this, and obviously when you're racing whether it'll improve this or not. I don't know, but I will definitely have a look. You okay, Milo? You okay? I think Milo needs to go out, so let me just go sort him out and I'll be back in a second. Right, Milo was just eating and now he's come in woofing at me. Right, so I need to I've done this, haven't I? Yeah. Continue.
Welcome back to what is proving to be an exciting weekend of Formula One racing, with practice coming to a close today and qualifying set to follow. Whoever said every second counts clearly hadn't revelled in the sport of Formula One, where grid positions can be decided by thousandths of a second. The drivers competing today are amongst the finest in the world, but the margins are even finer. And as you can probably guess, there is no margin for error. There's not much left to say, so let's get into it.
Let's get into it then, eh? Right, practice 3. We need to sort Jack out desperately. So let's go to practice 3. Right there. Compound. We're on softs. So we get 22 laps, roughly. So let's put this up to 20. We don't need to do any other changes with you. Softs, same again for you, 20. Car setup, 713, 4, 3.4 and 0. Yes. Right, let's go. Manage and confirm.
Radio check.
Let's get him out first.
Radio check. It should be green now.
And then we'll send you out. Right, I'm going to fast forward, get to the end of this, and we'll see how we are faring. Anything but last and last will be great. We'll see, hey. Alright, I thought I'd quickly bring you back. We've got Jack in and we've got full optimals, so that is fantastic. Couldn't get any better because it is the best. So that is super duper. We're going to send him back out again, and we're going to bring in Starry. How many laps have you done, matey? So we've done 26%, and we've done 16 laps. So we ain't getting 20 laps out. With the tyres being in the condition that they are, and also with both of the cars, the engines have dropped below 50%, so I think after this race we're going to have to do an engine change for sure. Right, let's call you in. I mean, I don't know at what point is the best time to do an engine change, whether it's, you know, 50%, 40%, 30%, I have no idea. All I know is I've got a yellow warning. It's telling me that it's not great, so I will be doing a change. Right, I'll bring you back once the the practice is over. Okay, P3 is over. Oscar was up in 14th. The last stint on his tyres, I actually just upped his pace. And and yeah, he was able to perform a lot better. Certainly in contention, you know, with the top 10, well, not the top 10, but to be close to the top 10. Jack, a little bit off the pace, almost a second behind. But the good thing is we're on 15 out of 15 for performance bonus. Track and car part knowledge, well, car part knowledge is 100%, track is 184. I'm going to keep an eye on this and see whether it goes up during qualifying. Because if it does, then that's great. Other than that, we're now going to jump into qualifying 1. Let's see how we do, shall we? I'm going to simulate this session. Am I? No, I'm going to manage this session this time. I simulated it last time.
Radio check.
Right.
Radio check.
Send out. Send out. Get this first lap in. So 134.2. Was it 134.2? 134. 134 something. I can't remember now. Sorry. I should have wrote it down. Right. Let's fast forward. Right, starting the first lap now. Let's see how Jack does. Right, 132, 3, and Oscar is going to do it's going to be faster. 132, 1. Excellent. Okay, let's bring them in. Time back down to 1. Right, I'm not seeing anything to do with track acclimatization, so I'm guessing it's not a thing once practice is finished. Yeah, I'm not seeing any indicators for track car part knowledge to improve, which is totally fine. Totally fine. Right, where are we? 6th and 9th, and we've got all of the top guys that are going to go straight past us to go. Let's speed up time. We'll get down to about 5 minutes. I mean, I can't personally see us getting past or getting into Q2. I just really can't see it happening. I mean, we're 14th, and we've got. Wish that wouldn't do that. Okay. Yeah, there we go. 15th. Right, Duan has got no hope. Oh, Jack. So, how are we looking at the track? I'm going to send Jack out now. He doesn't really stand much of a hope, but hopefully he can do better on this lap. And I'm going to send Oscar out at the tail end of everyone else. Speed up time. Everyone's going to start going out in the next couple of minutes. Right, Jack's got a clear track. Perfect. That's what I was hoping for. He's got a clear track for his second attempt. Right, everyone else is coming out now. and I will be joining on the tail end of now. Hopefully I didn't leave that too late. We should be fine. It's a 1 minute 30. Yeah, we've got plenty of time to get around. Right, Duan didn't improve by the looks of it. Why have I got a warning symbol next to my name? Don't like that. Well, I've got a warning. No idea what that's about. Right, we're in 16th. Ah, that must have been like you're in the, oh, look at that. Damn. 16th. 16th and 18th. Alright, it's an improvement. It's an improvement from last race, the last two races, because we was 17th and 18th. So we've gone 16th and 18th. So that is an improvement. Okay, right. Well, it's going to be the race then.
Tension continues to build here as race day begins.
Aston Martin were on target for qualifying. Now
No,
it's
we
up to them
wasn't.
to defy expectations
We was
for the
close.
race
Well,
itself.
we was close.
McLaren did well during qualifying. They maximized their potential and are in a good position for the race today. And the sun is shining bright here today. This is perfect
It's
weather
shining
for
bright
teams
today.
and drivers alike to show us what they're capable of.
The Autodrome is ready for some serious action today here at the Miami Grand Prix.
Come on then, let's give us some serious action. Right, sunny, it's all clear. Track's going to be warm. Right, strategy. We're going to go for an A, B. Strategy B for Oscar. And we're going to go with taking 2 laps of fuel out. Yes, risky, I know. We're going to take 1 lap of fuel out of Doohead. And strategy for you is going to be A. We're going to go for C. Strategy C for Jack. Right. And start race.
As the sun continues to shine, it seems like nothing can dampen the mood of excitement here at the track. Aston Martin there. They're in the back half of the pack, so they'll need to work hard if they want a podium finish. There's the second
Podium finish.
They'll be starting the race from the bottom half of the grid, so there's a fair bit of ground to make up.
I'll be happy if I
And
get in
we're
the top
just
15.
moments away now. And this is it, the Miami Grand Prix.
That looks cool.
And it's lights out. And
Camera
away
wobble,
we go.
bit of blurriness, bit of haze. Makes it look like it's almost real. I mean, you can tell it's not real, but you know, from a distance, it could look real. Right, guys, I'm going to let this. Let me just turn the volume down a little bit. I'm going to let this race, first lap, couple laps go. I'm going to make myself a coffee, come back, and then I'm going to fiddle around with the speed. We'll do a little bit of cutting here and there, just to obviously make the time a lot quicker, because 57 laps is going to take an hour and a half. I'm not going to sit here for an hour and a half. So yeah, I'm going to be back in a second with my coffee, and then we will go from there.
DRS will be active.
Right, coffee is in hand. Right, let's where are we?
New race position for Haas.
Right, we've dropped a spot. That's not great. What's going on there? .38, 136. We're almost 2 seconds. Well, we are 2 seconds a lap slower than the front guys. Right, let's speed up time, and I'm going to do a little bit of cutting here and there. I'll bring you back if anything exciting happens when we're doing not changes, but pit stop, sorry. And then yeah, let's see if we can do better than 17th and 18th, which is what we've done previously. Is the best we've done. Okay, see you in a second. Righty, we've got a safety car. We have got a safety car. I've brought Jack in. He's done a pit stop already during the safety car, so he's made the most of that. Unfortunately, it was pointless bringing Oscar in because he barely done anything on his tyres, and he's on hard. So if he was on mediums or soft, it would have been perfect. But unfortunately, that isn't the case. So yeah, we'll just see how this plays out. Looks like Schumacher is out. Yep, Schumacher is out. And Milo's running around the front room with his squeaky toy. Of all times when he's been laying down in his bed or on the sofa for the last hour or so before I started recording, when I was playing a bit of Call of Duty Responsi. I've come on here to do a quick recording, and he decides he wants to get up, he wants to go out, he wants to eat, and he wants to play with his squeaky toy. Right, safety car's coming in. Let's go back to the camera action. Let's get on board with Oscar. Let's see what he can do. Come on, Oscar.
Happy to push. Copy. Pick up the pace a bit. Copy.
I almost forgot to change the settings for the pace and fuel. That would have been goodbye, everyone.
We're not okay on fuel. Copy.
Yeah, we're not okay on fuel, but we will be okay on fuel. Don't worry about that. Do not worry yourself about that at all. When we get to lap 20, I'll bring the fuel conservation down. Who's behind me? Right, so I've got the two Williams behind me, which is good. Jack's on hards. Did anyone else pit? No, only Jack. Excellent. So that's hopefully put me in a good place, or put Jack in a good place, because obviously he's still in the same spot, but I've done a tyre change, so that's really, really good. Right, well I'll catch up with you again if anything exciting happens, or towards the end of the race. And if I remember, I'll catch up with you when Oscar's pitting as well. Oscar's stuck up to 14th and Jack's in 15th. Doing good, guys. So a few people in the pits at the moment. Oscar is up to 10th. I think that's the first time he's ever been in that spot. It's a shame that we can't stay there because we need to pit ourselves. But yeah, I'm going attack at the moment on the tyres, but I'm conserving the fuel. Try and get this down to a better level. But we will be coming. We'll be coming in to pit very soon. So I'm just making the most of these tyres at the moment. I'm just pushing as hard as I possibly can. Try and make as much impact as I can. But obviously 25 seconds approximately to pit is going to put us all the way back down to 16th, 17th anyway. Right, I will catch up with you shortly. Right, so just done our pit stop, and as predicted, we are back down in 17th. Doing, however, is all the way up in 8th. Amazing. He's done a pit stop. You know, so I'm going to put him on conservative tyres. I wonder whether
That's a position gained for Alpha Tauri.
if we conserve his tyres, whether he can go all the way, because we pitted a couple of laps early under the safety car. So he slipped down to 9th. We're probably going to end up slipping back down to like 14th or 15th maybe. But yeah, we'll see how he gets on. Let's jump on board with him for a little bit, shall we? See how he's doing. So we've got 2 cars behind, 2 cars in front. Just want to look after the tyres and see. I mean, Jack did what, 27 laps, but the last sort of 5 or so was attacking, so they was wearing down a lot quicker. You could definitely have done over 30 laps, so we should be fine. We should be fine, but we'll see. We'll see how he does. I mean, worst case scenarios, I have to change my tyres towards the end. Right, I'll catch up with you towards the end of the race. Well, just as I thought, Jack
Let's have a look.
is
What's this?
getting slowly overtaken by everyone. Our car just doesn't perform. It's just not got. It's just not got the minerals to.
They make it look so easy.
Yeah. Just not got the minerals.
Big blow to the team. Will they be able to recover?
No. No, sir. We cannot. Right, we're on lap 38. I'll see you towards the end of the race. Right, I was having a look at Duhan, and he's so underperforming. I've decided that I'm going to pit him because he's going to get overtaken by these guys. I want to try and pit above Williams. So I'm pushing him at the moment for this lap. In fact, I'm going to bring him in this lap because he's just been overtaken. Pit options. We're going to go on fresh set of softs. Pit this lap. And I'm also pushing... He should have already pitted, but I'm pushing him now for this lap, and we're going to come in, pit option, and we're going to go on a... That's what we're on at the moment, so we're going on to a set of fresh set of soft as well.
Box.
Okay, so I'd catch you up with what's going on. There you go. Awesome. There we go. 16th and 17th. It's an improvement, but only because Schumacher is out. Otherwise, we would have been 17th and 18th. So I'm still going to take it. I'm going to take it, but no points. But one thing I've obviously did notice is the engine certainly needs sorting out, and I've just got an achievement, a Steam achievement, settling in, whatever that is.
Aston Martin had a good enough weekend, but there's still some margin for improvement here.
I agree, they have some ironing out to do, but they certainly have what it takes to get there.
With the race wrapped up, the team is ranked in 9th in the constructor standings.
Yes, still 9th.
We'll be back to Europe for the next round, on the shores of the Mediterranean, with some heated competition to look forward to in Spain.
And there we go. So Charles again winning. We Jack gained a place, so that was good because he was 18th, wasn't he? 16th and 18th. So excellent. Good. We're making tiny progress. Jack's now up to 18th. Oscar's still on 17th. Brilliant. Okay. Obviously no change here for us. Still 9th. Battling with Williams. No chance of us getting any points at the moment, but it's all about just making those little gains here and there. Right, guys. Another $4 in the $4 million almost. Okay, wind tunnel is done. Check our emails. So wind tunnel is now complete. So it's been upgraded. Yeah. Charles Wynn, yeah. Disappointed with me again. I know you're always disappointed with me. Oscar needs to work on his smoothness. Both of them need to work on their smoothness anyway, so that's fine. I don't think we got any points. Oh, development point 2. Right, Oscar's got 2 points. We are putting them into smoothness. We need to get that up. And how about Jack? Jack's got no points. Oh, boo. Okay, cool. Right, guys. Well, I'm going to call it an end of an episode. We have got Barcelona next. So that's the USA out of the way. obviously it's going to be the real Miami race today. I'm uploading it. I'm speaking as I'm recording this. Obviously, I'm recording this on the Friday. I'm going to upload it Sunday morning, and then obviously it'll be the real race in the evening. For us, we've got Spain. However, in real life, it's Italy. We've already recorded Italy, so Italy will be uploaded on the weekend of the 19th. Then we've got Monaco, a race I've always hated to race on. So that'll be interesting to see what it's like in this. And then in real life, it's Spain. So this race, I'm going to record, and then obviously upload when that is happening. And then Azerbaijan in game, but that's already happened in real life. So I will play that without recording it. And then we're on to Canada. Cool. Lots of stuff coming up. I'm thoroughly enjoying this. I kind of just want to keep playing it, but I want to tie it in with what's happening in real life as and when I can. So I'm going to call it an end of an episode. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you do, please hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Lots of people watch my videos. They don't like it and they don't subscribe it, but they still watch it. Guys, if you're out there and you're at this point, then I'm going to presume that you've enjoyed it, or you just hated it all the way through. But either way, hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to my channel. Doesn't cost you a single penny. And then hit that notification bell so you know when new videos come out. Thanks for watching. See you later and goodbye.